Wednesday has become one of my favorite days of the week.
It is.
Without a question. I know there's a lot of guys that get hyped up about it in our Facebook group and stuff, but I do genuinely believe that we, you, I, fellas, ladies in the chat, we're onto something special here with this stream and specifically the Beard Advice segment that we have. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of that. I want to thank you for, I think I said last week when I get up, the water tastes a little bit sweeter. The shower's got a little bit more pressure to it. The beard oil smell a little bit better. I got a little bit more pep in my step because I genuinely love Wednesdays.
You know, I couldn't echo that more. You know, there are very few things. I'm a go-getter. Like I'm nonstop. I'm a routine guy. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there on time. But I just can't wait to get there, get here and do this. And I agree with the beard advice piece now. I feel like we are like people are walking away and like like we're having like more. We're still having our Mountain Dew. We're still having our beef jerky, which we'll tell you more about soon. But people are walking away with like a next step for their beards.
Yeah.
Some of them probably walked in doubting or not sure what was going to happen next.
I had a guy message me and said, hey, can I go back to my episode and see the live comments? Because there was so much information that was given to me by the chat that I wasn't able to process it, and I would hate to lose all of that information. And I said, yeah, go back. All you got to hit is live chat on there. So he's going back to watch his segment to see what the guys in the chat said. So I thought that, I never thought about it. I'm like, man, it's like a bookmark helping video for that person because of all of us, which is really cool. What's up, Dean?
And yeah, I was gonna say hi, Dean. We've also got Owen. If you're not in bed, go to bed. Nice to see you. You said I haven't said hi in a long time. But
is that Owen?
I don't
know.
No.
Oh, he's just watching. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
No. We are helping, and I know I have personally started like I'm really taking on like learning more and having more to bring to it. Personally. Unfortunately, like with the shorter beard, you can only, I'm not like, I can't go out and buy like 6 beards to practice on. And I think that I kind of came to this moment when I'm like, you know what? There's probably not a ton of guys that do know, like if they're doing a shorter, that because it takes practice, it takes making mistakes and staying with it.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't on a live stream about beards, my motor, I might just bag it, at some point.
And there's guys with top-notch beards that don't even know it. So I always want to kind of like caution. We set it up. We don't want guys to come here and flex, but there's definitely guys that we would see as having phenomenal beards, but they still have oh, that sounds sweet. They still have tons of insecurities because maybe their dad isn't around anymore, or their dad doesn't approve of their beard. They don't have buddies with beards, and they don't really know any feedback, and so they come here.
They don't know anything about negative feedback.
Right. Their wife or their mom telling them how bad their beard looks. So they come here and they want that embrace, that
a safe place.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Timothy, I don't make these. I think sometimes people think I make these stories up. Timothy said that was me with the chat question. Really glad I was able to capture those comments. So I think that, unless that's a word, I don't know, but I'm not good at words sometimes.
So it's a big week. Everybody's costumes, Halloween, everything, whatever that's going to look like this year. You had a costume story.
I got a story, guys. We're going to start with story time. Then we'll talk about some jerky and stuff. I'll try to keep this one quick, but the mayor's son bought one of those inflatable costumes.
With the little air pump.
And so I've had a little bit of experience with that inflatable costume. I was in high school. My dad had worked for Frito-Lay pretty much my entire life. And he said, hey, man, Frito-Lay needs two people to be their mascots at the Pistons game. You're going to walk around. You'll hang out with the auto motion cheerleaders. Like, I was like, done. I was like a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
I got my buddy, Mike Curtis. He doesn't ever watch this, I don't think, but I haven't talked to him in years and years and years. But my buddy, Mike Curtis. And so I was Chester the Cheetah. So I got to blow up huge. It was like 8 feet tall, massive Chester the Cheetah. He was Cracker Jack. And so we went around the outside. Not a great experience around the outside because kids would come up to you and like you'd look out of like the belly and they're like, hey, bah, 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 like punching in the belly, but it was really punching me in the face, you know? And so I'm walking around and then it's the halftime show. This is where the story takes place. And there were mascots for like Pepsi. There were mascots for like all the sponsors of this. And so we all go out to half court at halftime. And they want the mascots to do the YMCA. So they're doing YMCA. And this thing got to like waddle out there. And this one was a big boy one. So it had like a belt around my waist. I don't know how Owens is. But I had a belt around my waist with like battery packs in it that plugged into air pumps that were constantly going through. And so I go out there and we're on there. They have us on the big screen. I can't really see anything. But I'm doing the dance and everything. And I go, why? And all of a sudden, my whole suit on half court of the Detroit Pistons game goes, and this was when they were good. This was in the early 2000s. They actually won the championship during this time. It goes, and it deflates on me in the middle of half court of the Pistons game. I'm freaking out.
You're looking for the trap door in the bottom.
I'm freaking out, looking around, literally trying, what do? I realized that when I did the Y, the power cord unplugged. So I plugged it back in and it goes to fill up again and it goes, whoop, and all of a sudden the crowd goes, ah! And they went crazy. I made it on SportsCenter top 10 plays the next day.
No way.
SportsCenter top 10. They didn't know who I was. I didn't get interviewed or anything, but I was Chester the Cheeto because it went down and everyone goes, oh my gosh. And then I plug it back in and it goes, vroom. So that was the highlight of my blow up suit life. Literally deflated at half court of the Pistons game.
You were a hero, I think.
I saved some people. I imagine the guys drinking their beer, seeing that fall, and then when I blew up again, I'm not kidding you, it was one of the coolest feelings ever. They erupted in just like applause and cheering. It was wild. So you gotta be careful.
I was gonna follow up my story, but it feels a little lame. I did not end up in SportsCenter at the end. But when I was young, my mom did some part-time work at a Halloween store. She likes Halloween. So they hired me and I got to go and dress up as Elf and stand out in the street and wave to people.
Nice.
Like
when is this? What year?
I don't even know how old I was.
Okay.
Do you remember there being, no, it's probably, you weren't even, like it was probably when I was about Luke's age, so about 8 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like 86.
Oh, just in it. I thought you were talking Elf, like Buddy the Elf.
No, Elf, ALF.
Elf. Oh, I thought you just had an accent from Burton. That's all right.
I might have an accent. That's
just
fine.
get in there. No, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if was the internet, it was YouTube and stuff popping in 2002. I don't think it was quite going.
My eBay Facebook membership began in 2000.
Okay, so I don't think it was out there then. No. I didn't have a Facebook wasn't around yet, or I didn't have a Facebook. I know that for sure, but it was a great time. Yeah, it really was a great time. All right, but guys, Wednesdays, we do a couple things. We have guys that submit pictures of their beard. They tell us their goals. They tell us their problems, and we kind of figure out how you can style it, how you can trim it, what to leave alone. And so we'll be getting to that for the majority of this, but we also have some pretty cool jerky that I'm excited about. The first one is Wild Bill's Jerky. And this is slow smoked, handcrafted, original beef jerky. And this was sent to us by our boy Sergio Flores. Sergio, if you're in the chat, go ahead and throw a comment so I can highlight you in there. He's been raving about this jerky, so no pressure, Sergio. But we're jerky aficionados here. And yeah, guys, go ahead. Great question there, Sergio. Thank you, my friend. Did beard reviews yet? I'm not sure what that means. But there's Sergio. But hey, guys, real quick while we
no, we didn't. He's asking, did we do any advice?
Oh, advice. Not yet. You're still safe.
We're never going to be beard. We're not going to review your beard.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 2 mustaches.
Yeah. Bob says Wild Bill's one of my favorites. I'd never heard of it before Sergio. But while we're digging into this, guys, throw in the chat, what's in beard? Mayor, you go ahead.
What am I rocking in beard? I'm actually doing the Black Rebel Van. Not Van. I always want to call it Vanguard, but it's not. It starts with a V though. It's the Vagabond.
Vagabond?
Yes. Every time I wear it, Betsy says, "Ooh, what's that?" she doesn't really have a good memory for her scents, but I think it's a compliment. Fable.
Oh, that's delicious. That is
really good.
That's really good. Hello, Mr. Swag. That is really, really good. Oh, man. This is the original flavor. Sergio said they also have a bacon flavor. Hey, Dan, you got any resources for differentiating teachers could use? I'll let the mayor handle that one.
Differentiating. So for you guys that are non-beard, differentiating means like trying to put your lesson in different ways, having people things they can look at, things they can hear, things they can do. Gosh, I think there's some good books out there. It's been a few years. That was a big push in our school district for a while. But I would just always remember that teachers, we tend to play to our strengths. I'm an auditory guy, but I need to get things up on the board a lot. And kids need to be doing things. And just being aware of those different styles and the way people learn are not just necessarily the way that you learn.
Yeah. Man, this jerky is good. Really, really good. I love it. And welcome, everybody. Yeah, man. A lot of people saying they're here to learn. If you guys want to learn, you're going to learn today. It may not be just from us. It's going to be from a lot of the guys in the chat. When we get into that beard advice, if you really listen, there's so many tidbits of information that I don't even think we process and realize how much information we're giving out and you guys are giving out. So I love it.
And these are our opinions. We do give opinions. Like we're going to be, are you ready to? Is we too early to get into one? Or should we get into one?
Let's get into one, fellas. Let's get this going here. So we got visual, we got audio. What do they call it? Kinesthetic. I'm a hands-on guy. Give me a ball, put me in, coach. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
So the highlight of my teaching when students leave, they always remember my review games. That's something that they just talk about because if I do something and I attach learning to it, I will always remember it. Oh, yeah. When we were playing that game, So that's how I learn. Yes.
That's the way the brain works.
All right. First up, I sent him a message. I haven't seen him in here yet. We checked last week, but hopefully he shows up tonight. Kevin Milligan, are you in the building? If not, I also sent another message. Emil, are you in the building? Kevin or Emil, please return to aisle 7. We have your son. He was covered in Skittles wrappers. We're not sure what happened. Emil, and then Uncle Kevin. Kevin Milligan and Emil, are you in the building? Okay. If not, we need up Y Florida native. Okay.
No, he was our giveaway winner last week.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah, I like how Kevin has become Ferris Bueller. Yeah. Kevin.
Yeah. We're gonna ride it out.
Yes. All right. So we are Bueller. All right, now we're looking for Y Florida. Oh, that's Russ, right?
Right.
Yeah. Russ, you in here? Hey, yo, Russ. That's me. All right, we'll go to Russ, and then we'll kick it from there. Yeah, Russ was the giveaway winner. Super cool. All right, so we are going to read here. I think we have a couple of things as we go through. Retry. Okay. Technical difficulties.
We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification.
There we go. All right. You ready, Mayor? Mayor's going to read about Mr. Russ.
52 years old, first attempt at growing a beard. Was growing it out until I asked my hair stylist to trim it. Not sure what my long-term goal is or should be. I only have Everyman Jack, wash, and oil. Sandalwood. I use an oval boar's hairs brush. Again, any suggestions are appreciated.
Okay. And then he has a second one that'll be, he says this is right after the trim. So we'll see after the trim. He said he's concerned about the mustache growth. Should we lead with this one? Because it's after a trim?
This is where he's at.
Yep.
Is this where? Yeah, I think we would. And I know he's going to be getting the Fable. He's gonna like, with a little bit more gray in your beard. The high cast oil and the Fable. I think that's going to be
because he won the Fable giveaway. Awesome. That'll be huge for him for sure. Especially I love Everyman Jack for a beginner product, but jumping up to Fable is going to be a big jump. That's going to be a really nice one. All right. So this is where he's at right now. All right, Russ. So he said, I love these ones. These ones I love the mixture. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But this one's an open book. He says, guys, I don't know what my goal is. I don't know what's going on. You kind of fit, tell me. All right. So let's take this one in. Hello, Brian. Welcome on in. All right. So let's take this one in here. And then also we have a side view on the beard. So I got one thing right away that if you were looking for me to give advice on, I would give you my honest advice. Mary, you want me to lead off on this one? And it's nothing big. It's nothing whopping on anything. And I agree with Dan B right here, my man Dan. He's got the wrong last name letter, but I agree 100%. I would grow that stash back in because I think you've got great shape. The color is fantastic. Like that little salt and pepper right there is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I would really grow that mustache back in. Actually, I'm not even gonna tell you to fade it. I'm not even gonna do anything. Hey, Bobby, I'm just gonna let that boy grow in. That would be that would be my number one suggestion, and really all I have from here. So, Mary, you take it, and then let me know if you want a side view.
First, it looks like he did the same thing underneath the lower lip a little bit too. Like those hairs were bugging him too, and that like I feel like a broken record on it a little bit, but it's my experience. It's my experience too. Is that these, if you want to do and get into a fuller beard style, it's not gonna look right unless you kind of do the long haul on the under the lip, like beard hairs, and just let them go. They're gonna get awkward, and there's gonna be phases where they stick out all over. And when you catch yourself like profile in the mirror, you are going to, feel like it looks weird, but nobody else really cares much. Now, the second thing I want to say, when you showed me the other picture, the side profile, I realized this is a great beard.
Yeah,
what I took for thinness, and I think it's because of that mustache and what is actually just darker hair, salt and pepper, but like he's got a great shape.
Yes,
like
that's a well lined up shape for this size. Russ, if you want to grow it out longer, you're going to want to kind of creep down on this part here. So you got that nice swoop. That's a Mayor style. That's a great style. If you're trying to go bigger, you want to go and start connecting right down here, because this is what I call the connectors. And those connectors are so important. I have a video dedicated to the neck gap. If you grow it out from this length right here, you're going to have a gap between your beard and the neck. So I would go 100%. If you're going bigger, leave this alone on the side. But the main thing is, let that mustache grow. I think Doug crushed it and said, barbers always want to trim the stash above the lip line. There's something with a beard trim in barbers, and not all, right? We always talk about the rule, not the exceptions. But so many barbers, I think, have a mindset when they cut your hair, they like to see hair on the floor. That's actually a term barbers use, right? We want hair on the floor.
Right, because
we're throwing hair.
You're paying for it.
You're paying for it. So they feel like, hey, if I don't take enough off, I'm not making my money. I'm not giving the value to you. When as a beardsman, we're like, no. Less is more. Just clean it up. And for whatever reasons, they absolutely just chop the mustache. And that's all I would give right now is give that mustache a little fullness.
I'm gonna be a little wild right now. I'm gonna say something.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day. If you didn't touch anything, if you just didn't take any length off until Valentine's Day and looked at where you were at, I think you would be past that point, and you could come back and you'd have a lot more thick. We always talk about going past your style that you're intending, but I love the business beard for his face shape, and I think leaving the mustache alone, or trimming it, you have to ask yourself what really is bothering about your mustache, and if you have to deal with that, do it. But don't cut everything out because one or two or three hairs, or like you have a certain like a colic or something's going a little weird. But if you rode it till Valentine's Day kind of, and just very minimal, whatever you needed to do to get by, I think then you could reassess and like kind of, it'd be like letting the chia pet grow up and then trimming it down to where you want.
Well, Russ, if for slow growth, you have a great beard, man. I think that Fable's going to do wonders for you. Castor oil reacts with growth in a really great way. So I think that Fable is going to be a really, really good thing. Doug says, don't be afraid to tell your barber exactly what you want, give the input. And I think that is. Sometimes guys are way too nice. I'm guilty of that. I don't like to tell people exact things like that. I'm not assertive enough. For me personally, I encourage everybody to learn how to trim your own beard. Unless you have like a faithful relationship with a barber you can learn and grow with and tell them. And if you're very upfront like Doug, then you will 100% be able to. You can do it if you're very upfront. But other than that, I would say try to trim it yourself. Try to learn the trims here. All right, so Russ, this is before the trim, right? So yeah, the other pictures, it looks awesome, just a little bit fuller with the beard. Okay, so we'll show this one. This one's a good one to see here. How about growing out a big beard and having to deal with wearing a mask? Those mask lines kill me. Snowman, I have a video on that. Just look up like DanCBearded mask beard. Essentially what you want to do is you want to train those lines the other way. So when that dip is going in towards your face, get a round brush and some heat and go the opposite direction. That should help you out a lot. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. So that's great to see. I'm going to show you guys this picture here because he has a picture before the trim. Your growth, you have great growth, man. I think you're probably too hard on yourself or just don't know what exactly growth rate is because beards aren't the fastest growing thing that's out there. So here's his beard. That was a other than the mustache, that was a really good trim. I love how it got cleaned up down here. You had some wildness going on right here, man. That the barber actually did a really, really clean job. I'm happy with that. I really am. Just tell them don't touch the mustache. Do not touch the mustache. So yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I've heard of those brushes with the blow dryer built in. Don't you have one?
I gave it to Betsy. She loves it.
Yeah,
it works really. I don't know if that's a beard thing, but
most aren't. Then they become one.
Right. So I was going to tell you a quick story. What do we want to look at the speaking clearly to hairstylists? I had a guy in high school who went in. This is not a joke. Went in to get his hair wherever his mom went, and mumbled like, "What do you want today?" He was like, ended up with a perm. Didn't know what they were doing to him.
Whoa.
Like, this is taking. I don't know. I think perms take a lot longer.
Yeah.
The dude never said a word.
Wow.
Had a perm for a while.
And real quick, guys, Sam wanted me to tell you guys she put it on Instagram, but she now officially has long sleeves available in any logo that she's done in the past, any logo that is current, and she will do custom logos for your long sleeves. Here's a link to her shop. All money goes to Sam's Treat Yourself Fund. So anything she makes there, she goes and spends on herself. So if you want to make mom, wife, supporter of the channel happy, go check out her shirts. There's many, many, many of you guys in here that have purchased from Sam, and they're awesome. So long sleeves, literally the shirt I have on right now is the color she has in stock. These gray boys, they are so comfortable and so nice. So nice. I have free-formed dreads in my beard and suggestions to keep the itch at bay. Whoa, dreads? I don't know. I've never heard of dreads in beard, right? Is the idea of dreads you can't wash them? Correct me if I'm wrong there. But the number one way to keep the itch away is beard oil and then staying hydrated, but also exfoliating. Mm-hmm. And dreads would make it dreadful to exfoliate.
You'd almost have to like pull up.
Yeah.
Hit the boards. I don't even know. Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, that definitely is a new one. Yeah, the post office around us has been a mess. There's no
two ways about it.
Yeah, there's no way around it. It is what it is, Yeah. There's some
making it hard to
Yeah, absolutely.
Get on.
Hey, I won fantasy football again this week. You won.
I did, and you know, you mentioned on Monday you were talking about that tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Did you know that I actually own the tiebreaker between us because I beat you?
Yeah.
So
but it has me first because of points.
Points is first. So I'll just have to get some more points.
Right. Yeah, I know that's interesting.
But I'm planning to get more points.
Me too.
Oh.
If I can get my running back back, I need Christian McCaffrey back, and it might be this week because my running backs are awful, really, really awful. All right, just no combing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about dreads. I am not qualified to give any experience or gut instincts or anything like that.
Would free form mean that what does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know because I know dreads you can form them yourself. I don't know. Who was that? Matthew? Yeah, Matthew. If you want to give us any information about the free form and dreads, let us know. Yeah, I would love to learn more about it. Doug, are you able to grab a link to the beard mask repair or any video? Really, my beard waves or my beard dents, just washing them, not brushing. That's wild. Yeah, that's wild. I've never really heard that one. But Snowman, watch for a message from Doug. He'll help out here. He'll throw probably a video or two. He is awesome. All right. So Merritt, how far are you into your year? I'll let you. He's on it. Thank you, Doug.
A year. Am I wrong that a year is like a year without really doing anything to your beard, kind of thing? So
you have purist yeards, which are you don't touch it. A technical yeard is low maintenance, subtle changes, light little trims.
You're still not talking about me.
No, you're not on a yeard. Yeah,
I'm not a yeared guy. I in fact. This is a bigger beard than even when I decided I would try that I ever thought I would have. So, I am 2 summers ago is when I started growing a beard at all. But I'm like, what, a year and gosh, how far I don't know if it's just me.
Year and a half.
Like all of a sudden since the pandemic and all that, keeping track of time has been crazy.
Yep.
It's been weirder than ever in my life. So a year and a half, and I'm a year and a half into the beard journey. I don't know. I mean, if I had not touched it, I don't know where it would be.
Yeah, that'd be wild to think about.
But I mess with stuff, so I don't think that would be for me, anyways.
Yeah. My buddy Jake threw a link to that one. I think it was Mr. Snowman that was looking for it. West Texas Beard Club, no problem, man. We went through one beard advice already. But yeah, Jake, the way he found my videos was for the beard waves or the dents. And he actually sold me my phone. We were at 18, or somebody was selling me my phone. He was the manager, and he was like, "Hey, what's your first name?" I was like, "Dan." He was like, I don't even remember what he said after that, but essentially like, "Are you CBearded?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Dude, I watched all your videos. It was super cool." So that's how we met. Now we're extremely close friends, and you're friends with him. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on there. So thank you, Mr. Jake. Also a comedian. It's kind of a bummer for comedians right now. Not much of a market there.
It's like the opposite of what anyone can do right now. Like they're one of the last things.
Yeah.
That movie theaters, going.
Yep. I know. I saw that as a question coming up for you. That was a good one for the group.
Yeah.
I
didn't know if you even peeked at them anymore.
Yeah, once in a while.
Okay.
Once in a while, but not usually. Next up, Mr. Funk Daddy, Steve Funk Daddy. Steve is a legend in our group. And hey, Sergio, this is almost gone. There's just little scraps here. Guys, this jerky is fantastic. It's dry, but extremely flavorful, if that's a word. Lots and lots of flavor in this. I am absolutely loving it. Loving it. Mr. Funk Daddy, type a comment so we can see where you are at there. Please, good sir. Let me get to see this. And he is looking for a beard help here, guys. We know Mr. Funk Daddy has a fantastic beard, but no flexing here. He's looking for help. He's looking for advice. So just keep that in mind as we go through. What's the flavor? I don't know. It's called Original. How would you describe this?
It has like liquid smoke in it. I think if you've ever used liquid smoke in something, it's kind of like that to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Molasses a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Hit him with the explanation, which is important here.
I purposely used a white shirt, the colored shirt is more common, to help you see the transparency at the bottom of the beard. The question is, should I trim a half inch off the bottom? And of course, any other suggestions you and Steve may have.
Love it. So he is looking for a specific question, and then any add-ons you guys want. Thank you, Doug. Should he trim from the bottom? Let's take a look.
The flavor is meat. I like that. That's clever.
Yeah, right. It's just straight up meat. What's up, Joe? All right. So he is asking Mr. Funk Daddy, legend in the group.
He was here when back when I was but when I put this shirt on today. I bought this before I ever had a beard.
That's cool.
And when I did start, Steve is one of my biggest helpers.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So he's wondering if he should trim here. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, get a little more in zoom there. Okay. And guys, if you have any help in the chat, feel free to drop any type of help that you would like. All right. Side beard, underbeard looks wonderful, just so you guys know. All right, here is and again, this is a glorious, glorious beard. Oh, man, I love this. And his goal, just so you guys know, I know this because I know this man. His goal is as big as possible. Okay. When he sees like a big, massive beard, he's like, that's what I want.
When we started our Facebook group, he was one of the guys. I think, wasn't he talking to somebody about it out in like who had a big beard and just struck up a conversation?
Yeah,
so, it happens a lot.
Yep, and he is grandpa daycare, takes care of the grandkids during the day. All right, Steve, I'm gonna lead this one off here and then give you the Steve to Steve connection. First off, a legendary mustache. Just a fantastic mustache. The color is so awesome. The rounded head up there is so nice. So you don't have to touch a thing here. You don't have to touch a thing here. But what I would do is let me show you on this picture. For me personally, I would do a little trim right here. When you see these scragglies and stuff, that is exactly where I would go. Let me see if I can get in closer here for you. Let's see what it looks like on the screen here. Perfect. I mean, a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I would go right here. It looks like maybe a half an inch. And Steve, follow that natural curl of your beard. It is perfect. It would be a very simple trim. Steve, go to my video that I just did for singed beard, and you're going to do that exact method. Super easy method. It'll allow you to keep a straight line. When you're going with a curve like this, I don't recommend scissors because the lines are too straight and long. I would just recommend using those clippers and go right here. And that's it. Just follow that natural curve. And all it does is just clean up and just it'll look thicker, exactly like Doug is saying there. You'd be amazed at how just a little bit can make it seem so much thicker, because I have a video on this, guys. As your beard hairs grow out, the ends get thinner and thinner and thinner, mainly because of life wearing them down. So when you just get rid of those thin ends, you have that thicker shaft, and it just makes it feel thicker, just makes it look thicker, just a little bit, just a half inch down here.
So the idea, just so I can understand too, that what does he gain by taking off? He gives the thicker hairs time to kind of move on down. So
exactly.
So it's like addition by subtraction.
Exactly. Yep. And I do that every couple of months. You'll notice when I start to see transparencies, I start to go right down here. And man, it just makes a really, really nice one. And like a couple of the guys have said here, like Bobby, you start to really make a big difference once you get those split ends. If there's any damage, if there's any beating down, right? Think about it being a big, strong hair and it starts to get weathered away. Man, works really, really well. Awesome. So he says, cool. I'll send a pic after. That half inch is what I was talking about. Yep, I would do it, Steve. And I think you'll find out it's a really easy trim. And you're going to do super well.
What do you think dictates the shape? Like, you look at your beard, is it just the width? The wider is going to be less of a curve. The wider a beard is out, the less of that.
So I think it's all about first look at what the beard's presenting you. I'm a big believer in trim away the transparency, and it's almost going to present itself. But yeah, the more the beard goes out wider, the more you can flatten it out. The more that it gets in tight, you want to kind of curve it with your face. But if you got a big, huge beard coming out here, you can flatten that boy all the way down. But if it's a little bit tighter beard, you want to be able to go through. But man, that's a wonderful beard. And you can even see it right there, Steve. Just right here. It'll make a huge difference on that fullness. Walk away after you do that, though. Walk away. Walk away. And great question here from Dean.
I was
is
like,
that where you're going?
Yep.
Yeah. Great question from Dean, and I am very passionate about this answer. There's another YouTube person that suggests the other way, and they are wrong. And it's scuba again. But you should be trimming from the bottom of your beard when your beard is dried and fully styled. Get out of the shower. Do all of your normal routine. The only difference is do not put anything solid in your beard. No balm, no butter, no wax. It should be styled with, if you use heat, use heat. If you use a straightener, use a straightener. If you don't. Whatever you normally do, trim your beard from that point. And that is so important. When guys trim it naturally, they go to style it. Now it looks all kerfuffled, it's all out of place. So you want to make sure you go through and really, really do that styled. Great question, Dean. Dry, styled like you wear it. Never damp. Don't trim a beard damp. Our beards change their texture. They change their length. Pretty much everything changes when your beard is damp.
Well, they can stick together, so you're not getting a true
exactly
feel for how long they are.
And it doesn't cut the same when the hairs are wet, right? Think about cutting the grass. You don't want to cut the grass when it's wet out. Right. You want to wait until it's dry. So, yes. And he says, I've followed Dan since the beginning. That's awesome, Steve. Look, that beard has followed this channel since the beginning. That's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So, blow dry the beard if you wear your beard styled. Right, if you wear your beard styled, then I would do that.
Look at that whiskey and hardtack. Give me credit. The Mayor's beard advice cured my patchy beard problems. Cured.
Wow.
Cured.
Hollies?
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently.
That's awesome. Should I use a straightener? It's up to you, man. If you want to rock what you got, there's a lot of us that love good texture, love curls in a beard, but a lot of us like a straight, really well manicured, well groomed beard. So it's totally personal preference. I would say try it. Yeah, just try it. That's exactly what I was asking. Yeah, thank you, Dean. That was a perfectly timed question. Always, one more time, guys. Always trim your beard from the state in which you wear it. Just no solids.
So like Michigan. No, sorry.
We had a few tonight. Yeah, we had a few. What's up, Vinny G? Had to get off the bike to join tonight. That's awesome, man. Yeah, go lose that weight. Awesome. Go stay healthy, my friend. I would style how you normally would, then trim, no matter how curly. Do something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why trim from a way that you don't wear? That's never made sense to me. Never made sense to me at all.
Important too, especially on a shorter style, is not just the way you wear it, but make sure you give yourself a straight look, into that. I'm stepping up my game. I don't know if Bessie's watching, but I ordered one of those. Have you seen those mirrors that are the
three-sided?
Yeah, because I want one. I need to work on this area. Like I feel like it's somewhere I can't get to.
How much was it? $20?
No, more than that.
No? Okay.
No, it's a decent one though.
Okay.
It was like 60.
Yeah. I see what Alan did there. No matter how you trim it, Dean, it will always be Fuller. His name's Dean Fuller, guys. That is hilarious. And Dean works with us. Dean's a great guy. So that's awesome. Yeah, I've wanted one of those, but I'm cheap, so I haven't pulled the trigger.
Maybe they'll send me too. Who knows? Yeah, it's hot. It was a big deal, but worst case, my kids will use it for something weird. No, I think it's going to be good because it hangs over the back of the door. Because where else do you have space for a side mirror?
Right.
But if I'm going to be helping people, I want to step it up. and I can't afford to make too many mistakes. No one can with a beard, right?
Right.
You can't afford to make it because you got months to catch up.
And that's the thing. You go to a barber and they hack some off. That's months. That's all guys think. That's 6 months of growth, you know? So, yeah. Thank you, Sergio. That was delicious. Absolutely delicious. Have you been experimenting with mustache wax? I have. And do you like it? No. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to show you, but I am not a fan of mustache wax. I don't know why. Just not in my DNA. Leggings. That will do it.
They're still talking about that, huh?
Yep. Jeez. Kiss. Keeping things simple reduces mistakes. Facts. Love that. Absolutely love it.
That's for keep it simple, Steve.
We forgot the other S. Yeah. After my trim, my beard seems to have gotten curlier at the ends and it curls in. It didn't do that right after the trim. In the shower, is that normal? Should I take off less next time? Derek, I have a video coming up. I already filmed it. It'll be dropping Sunday. They'll kind of address this. It's just going to take time, man. Keep doing your normal routine and the beard will fall back into place. It's a natural progression of what happens. So, yeah, you will be fine. No, Alan's been MIA lately. I don't know if he got a smile and he's no longer angry at life, but nope, Alan is not. He's not doing much anymore. That's why I'm afraid to trim my beard. Give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. Absolutely. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Oh yes. So the mayor actually got the full pack too as well, guys. I don't know if we can say this or not, but next month's sponsor of the Facebook group.
You're just going for it?
No, I'm just going to tease a little bit. Next month's sponsor of the Facebook group, you don't want to miss. Giveaways, special discount codes.
Dripping.
Like swag on swag on swag.
It's the best time.
Yeah. So, yes. And Beard Octane does have wristbands for a cause. St. Jude's, $5 for the Children's Hospital. Yes. Okay. I love both. I'm a major oxhorn comb fan or buffalo horn. This is with the Chicago comb rake and a little bit of whiskey and hardtack beard butter. I think I'm going to absolutely love those combs. So we will see. Anybody else near a storm? Got some big storm coming in Georgia. Dan gave me the best advice about 6 months ago. Stop trimming if you want a big beard. Yep. Can't cut your way to a longer beard. That is very, very true. Very true. Have you watched the Joe Rogan, Matthew McConaughey one?
No, is that recent?
Yeah, it was like a week ago.
No, I kind of fell off of, I don't know, like since school came back. I don't know what I've been. Yeah. Oh, you know what I've been doing?
Huh.
Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
Cars and soccer.
That garbage out of here.
Well, my kids play it, though.
That's true.
And then they go to bed, and I keep playing for an hour. Right. I don't know what happened. But it's fun. We like it.
And the Kanye one's very interesting as well. He had Kanye on for over 3 hours.
That popped up on 3 hours, huh?
Every single second of it. It's on Spotify now, so I can close my phone and just listen. Love it.
You know, guys, the guy makes. There's nobody I like to listen to more when I'm exercising. Kanye's got some good songs, like
for sure.
You know, like there's
Workout,
everything else on the side. Yeah,
yeah.
At least there used to be some really good talent there.
Absolutely. Question about transparency. So, them long soldiers, other than looking good at this point, why are we trimming them? Other than split ends, most guys don't like the look of transparency. For me, I want a full beard. I don't want to be able to see behind my beard when I put my hand underneath it. It's truly just a preference. So if you like that, you like the long soldiers, hey, rock on. There's just a lot of guys that don't like the ones that aren't there. Aren't they longer because they're growing faster? Yes. The other hairs will likely not catch up, though. So no, that's an important part of the second part of your sentence there. If those hairs in the front are longer, your other hairs will not catch up unless you trim them even. Different parts of your face grow differently, right? Think about, would your mustache catch up to the bottom of your beard? No, it's not possible.
Yeah,
so especially up here, it's just not going to grow that long. Will your cheeks catch up to the bottom of your beard? No. Will this part of your beard catch up to this part of your beard? No. So they will never catch up. So that's something to really think about. And yes, there is a Facebook group. There is a link in the description. If you just search Commands Corner on Facebook, I think it pops up.
Dude, if you search beard on Facebook,
We're popping.
Yeah, we're popping.
That's cool.
That's so. I always look at that stuff. I don't know. It just how do people find us?
Yeah.
And I try
I
to
love
go
it.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah, most of it's from YouTube, but there's a lot of other avenues that get in. You guys sharing the group, you guys sharing the channel is the biggest and the best way to do that. What was that guy in the IG called Bearded Women? Yeah, I love posting those because I get these things all the time. You're what I call metrosexual. You're a woman like. You're a woman type. You're a woman lady man. Why are you watching my videos, dude? Like the video clearly was before and after with my beard. Like why are you watching this if you're so concerned about me being a?
Because he doesn't have a wife, so he has time.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, like that's not cool.
Yeah,
I hate to hear that because just do your own thing, man. Don't throw shade.
Yeah, I know. Would Octane's hair balm be good to train hairs a little bit? Yes, absolutely, James. It's got a good amount of styling. It's not a firm, but it definitely can get some styling going as well. How long did it take you to get your beard the length you are right now? So my beard right now is probably close to 2 years of growth for most people. For me, this is probably a year. I have pretty freakish growth rate. So if I were to shave tomorrow, I'm not. I never will. But if I were to shave, I'd probably be back to this point at about a year. So yeah. Dylan Bradley says, just found your channel last month. Absolutely pumped. Shout out from Michigan. Awesome, man. Dylan, where are you from? We're from the Flint area. We love talking to Murder Mitten fellows out there. So awesome, man. Thank you for the subscription. Tell your buddies. If you're anywhere near us, come hang out sometime. We get together all the time with different guys. Y'all finish the lesson plan for the night? Yeah, we get an hour in the morning to plan. So that's really nice.
Not only during pandemic.
Only during remote planning.
It's
Yeah.
It's kind of not, it's been cool.
Yeah. Jax is doing good. He's figuring out life with a cast. He fell today and hit his arm on the hardwood. He was all right. It scared him more than anything. That's always what you got to figure out when you're a parent of young kids. Are you crying because you were scared or are you crying because you're hurt?
Well, and then you get to talk, Betsy and I, we can almost, we get like hear from the basement because the boys hang out in the basement all the time. You can hear like, you hear the first cry and there's like the, I'm really hurt cry. There's the, I've had enough of my brother cry.
Mm-hmm.
There's the, I just lost in the game cry. And then you like hang out there because like it's the one that you pay most attention to is it's an opener, it's real, like
yeah.
And then you just like you wait to see
for it to
is
fall
it gonna
off.
break bad or is it gonna escalate?
Yep.
And
there's so much of parenting is listening.
Mm-hmm.
So much of it. Thank you, Alex.
My kids just won't. Oh, wait, no, that's not what you meant.
Hemp bearded. That probably wouldn't be for, I know we talked about that. If I did, it probably wouldn't be for a long time. Just a heads up on that one. How do you know if your beard is transparent? You'll see through it easier than the rest of your beard. So it'll be pretty apparent. Like this is really thick. You don't see anything. And then down here, it starts to get a little bit thinner. So if you can see through it, easier than the other areas. So no transparency equals no trim. I would never trim if there's no transparency. Keep it going, Drew. 100%. New member of the Facebook group. It's awesome. Very cool, man. Welcome. Dan, what made you start to grow your beard and what were your expectations? Great question. Thank you guys for the questions. We'll get back to the beard advice. We still have 2 new jerkies to try here, but I don't want to just leave these questions on the board because they're fantastic. I started growing my beard because I wanted facial hair. I thought it just looked cool. My parents were kind of against it, so that inspired me. And then I started growing my beard.
You guys remember that age?
Oh, yeah. I started growing my beard long because my wife, Sam, said, hey, I think a long beard would look good on you. Try growing it long. And I said, sure, absolutely. Yeah, hit me. Russ said, question about the Facebook group. All right, I'll see if it pops up here, but hit us. Let us know any question. What's up, Josh?
Bearded John asked about biotin and how much I take. I actually do like a max speed that has biotin in it. It's like, oh boy, 1,000 milligrams a day. Like it's about 1,000 milligrams a day.
Oh, 1,000 or 10,000? I take 10,000 a day.
It might be 10,000. It's in a dropper. I just put as a liquid. It's like something back a couple years ago when I did the diet thing that I just kept going.
Okay,
I put in my coffee in the morning.
Yeah, it's good for your skin, good for everything. Matthew says, so freeform dreads are just the same as y'all do with your beards. I wash 2 weekly, blow dry, condition once a week. I just don't comb it, and that's the only difference. Okay, interesting. Matthew, can I ask?
I think he's responding to something probably that
Yeah, we asked him what they were.
Okay.
Yeah, we asked what that's him explaining. So Matthew, why is that something you went for? Why decide not to comb your beard? Just curious on that. Was that something where you're like, I heard about this and I thought it would look cool? So
do you have really curly hair? Like, is it just the style or the way the hair grows?
Right. Is that playing to your strengths?
We have so many questions. Like, I would love to like see what his beard looked like. You think we'd ever open the show up to like if we were asking somebody, we want to just see what that looks like? And
yeah,
I would love to see that.
So we have plans of this, guys. So keep an eye out. This was actually an idea from one of our viewers right now, one of our friends, Chris. He watches. He usually doesn't comment on Wednesdays, and he's fantastic. And we went over these things, and he was like, "Why don't you find a method to be able to get guys to kind of show off their beards?" And I was like, "Yes." Instantly, I was like, "That's a fantastic idea." Now it's just about execution. So keep an eye out. It'll probably be launched through the group, and we want you guys to show off your beards. Just because you can't get in the beard advice series doesn't mean we shouldn't get you on the screen. So keep an eye out. We want to be able to kind of know where you're at and all that type of stuff. Is it preferred to live in your area? No, man. We have Facebook members from like 100 countries.
No, in fact, it's probably not. I mean,
more countries than not.
We both go and look at the map and see where everybody's from. We like to look at. There's a feature as an admin, you can look at all the countries that your members are from, and that'll take your breath away after you.
Yeah. So I think this is accurate. We have more countries represented than not in the world.
Wow,
that's crazy. But I would go on a limb and say that, or it's dang near half. It's got to be close.
Because you know what, we have learned things through. I know I have about just all sorts of different different cultures, different countries. Different cultures have whole different view of beards. Different countries have different rules for beard products. It's always interesting to get a take on how mostly we're all very similar. I've always believed that. That's why one of my core foundational beliefs as a teacher is that we are way more alike than we're different. But it's the differences that I think are what make life amazing. And this Facebook group is a really quick and fun way to get a hold of that.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a map. We need to update that map. Remember
the Barber?
The Barber. That's been creeping around the back of my head.
The location map too.
But just the location map, maybe. I don't know.
Yep. We're always open.
There's a lot of guys in there now, though.
A lot of things going on, so that's a good thing. Gary says, "Who picked out your outfits?" Well, I think it was Sam posted on Instagram about the shirts here, and then no, we didn't say anything about our outfits for the hats or anything. Do you guys have an ingredient list we should watch out for? No, Chad. For oils, you want to look for oils and fragrances. Shoot me a question if you ever have one. I'm always helpful to answer. Do you take a rest period from Biotin? I don't. I would feel like I'm cheating myself if I didn't.
I haven't, not since I started growing a beard. And I guess you could say like I have taken like a Biotin since I started growing a beard, like in one way or the other.
Yeah,
every day.
Hey, Disney Beardman. Does touching your beard strip the oil? I think I can answer that. The more I touch, yes, absolutely. A lot of the oil's on your skin, hopefully, so it's not going to be the worst thing in the world, but it probably will come off of the beard. I actually have a video that I'm working on for that. I've had it down for a while now, so stay tuned for that one.
I think we got to get to another.
I know they're just crushing the question. I can't
Look
ignore
at the time though, man. We're pushing it.
It's crazy.
That was my first time I looked at it.
All right, let's do some jerkies too while we go here. So this is by our buddy Brad Pape. So Brad, I don't know if you're in the chat tonight, but Brad had a company he loved and was able to get the company to send some stuff out here. So we're going to try this one out. I'll have you do the teriyaki. Right. And then I have hot. Now this is by Master's Hand BBQ. I believe that stands for barbecue. So Master's Hand Barbecue. They are out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. So it's yes. Yeah, that is cool. I love that. Wade says, since I've had a beard, notice how quickly people like to talk about it. Absolutely. A beard is a conversation starter. All right. So Master Hand, he has the teriyaki. I have the hot. So haven't tried this one. Wild Bills was a
Very
massive, massive hit to start. Let me give this guy a try here. What's the consistency like?
A little juicier. Similar to beef, not just because of beef octane-ish. Maybe a little different flavor. It's very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
It's like gourmet.
Yeah, you can tell that it's like a tender cut of meat. It's really, really good meat here. Not quite moist, but more towards moist than dry. So, yes.
It's not moist, but it's humid.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, interesting. Matthew says more of a way of life. Before modern time, there were no brushes or combs. Hair was matted into dread and beards as well. Yeah. I mean, there are some different tools that they would use along the way, but definitely back, there wasn't a whole lot. What did you say was different types of hairs falling out, breakage? If you have a white bulb at the end of the hair, it's shedding and natural and fine. If there's no white bulb, it's probably breakage. And yes, I did say moist. All right, you ready to get into our next one?
I'm ready.
Here. And thank you, Mr. Funk. That was a great one. I love the specific advice he was looking for there. All right, JPB. Do we got John Paul Brantman in the house? All right, I'm going to try this teriyaki. I normally can't have teriyaki. Normally there's wheat in it. So I'm excited when it goes here.
If you had the last name Aki, would you consider naming your kid Terry?
I knew a kid in high school whose first name was Aki.
We can make that work.
Yeah. Last name Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Aki,
like, on the state
Terry,
exam, they'd be
Aki.
like, yeah, do we have teriyaki? All right, John is here. Okay. And if Kevin is in the building, please show yourself. All right.
Kevin. Paging, Mr.
All right. Short explanation here. Let's see what you got for Mr. JPB. I could stall if you got the mouthful and need
I'm
me.
good. Hey, Dan, thanks again for all the advice you've been giving me. Just wanted to submit some pictures from my starting point to my end goal. These pictures are showing after putting in leave-in conditioner. Okay. So it's probably a little bit more controlled.
Okay. All right. Gray shirt washed. And so the pictures in gray are when I washed and put in oil. All right. The last picture is his goal. All right. So let's start off with the goal, guys. I always like to start off here to show you guys what the goal is. Pipe and bread. Brad, is this you? I think it is. We're eating the jerky right now. I think that's you, but could be off there. All right. JPB, this is his goal for his beard, and we need to help him, guys, get to this goal. All right. So an iconic looking beard, fantastic, full shape, wonderful. Wrong, Brad. All right. Thanks, Brad. At least you're being honest. You could have like taken that, be like, yeah, man, that's me. So great shape, great mustache. That's what he is going for. Okay. Oh, there's Brad. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, this stuff's delicious.
That beard's so good that the mustache is actually smoking the pipe. Not the guy.
You're on fire tonight. All right. So here we go with his beard. Okay. Take a look here. And again, that goal is going to be really, really important to keep in mind. Going to be really, really important to keep in mind as we're looking through here. Because my advice would greatly differ if you had a different goal in mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. Great base, of course, when we're looking at this beard and you're going for that goal. All right. Good. Let's see here. Take a look at this side beard. All right. Good. All right. You want to lead this off? You want me to kick it off?
I actually, a lot of times I ask you questions through this. So
okay. Yeah.
How big of a, so he's got like obviously a good amount of growth, especially the underbeard.
Yep.
How big are these? Like if he were to, how is that gonna slow him down if he was to clean up a little bit?
No. So your gut is right here.
Wearability, because I think you could improve wearability as he's working towards it.
Yep. So the mayor is spot on with what I was thinking, Mr. JPB. I would clean up. I'd clean up back here too. Get it some clippers. I do that myself. You know, get a little bzzz right there going down. And what I would do is leave all of this alone. I wouldn't touch any of this right now. But what I would do is clean up just right here. That's not going to harm anything. I would just go in this area right here, clean all that up, man, that little change there will really, really make a nice difference.
What would you use to clean that up with?
A Brio, a trimmer, a buzzer, whatever you got there for clippers wise. Obviously, you're not going to touch scissors to that part. And again, you have if you can just follow that line down right here, that's going to make it really, really nice and let it still fill in. You're not going to need the hairs right here on that beard goal you were looking at. You're more than welcome to leave it. Yeah, you're more than welcome to leave it. It's not going to be anything bad. But I would just take a buzzers and clean up right there.
Now you look at here.
Yep.
I can see his under lip hair. Like he's got some of the, he may have touched it up or not, but like, that's what I'm talking about. He's in kind of like the phase where a few hairs every day on the mustache and on the under lip are going to jump out.
Yep.
But just brushing that and avoid the temptation to try to deal with it. I think he's got like a chin like me too, and then I think he's right on with just kind of keeping it going and filling in, and this will fill in too. Yeah,
absolutely, I agree. So yeah, there's a few guys popping here and there, and like the mayor said, as you grow, that's really going to fill in. But I'm right with the mayor, and if anybody in the chat too has any thoughts, anything, just let them know. Joe says long road ahead, don't quit. Yeah, absolutely. But I think that could be a really nice little touch up right on the side.
And that's one of the ways you keep yourself on the road. You know what I mean? Is like if you're going a big beard, cleaning this up and wearability and all that. I think as you're going that way without damaging the long-term goal is definitely something to think about.
Yep. Start with the good habits. Everything that we talk about on this channel, right? Start brushing down, start getting heat on there, a little cleanup here and there. Exactly like Bobby's saying, that's not going to hurt you along the way at all. I actually do for like Mary was saying, wearable. I got to wear my beard along the journey. I don't just want to be at the finish line in a year or 2 years. I want to wear it as we go through. So, I would really try to keep that going, but looks good, man.
The other thing is too, just a point that occurred to me the other day is if you 100% don't touch your facial hair at all, when it comes time to deal, you're going to a goal and you have no training because you train yourself. You learn about where your cowlicks are. You learn about how to get that little knot out or the flip up so it's important that you are like practicing having a beard.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the thing.
No, I agree. Right, Ruben, he said, I'm working construction now with the dust and everything. I get knots. Any suggestions? I know, really increase that water intake. Try to find a midday routine if you can, if it's at all possible. If not, just ride out with it, man. There's not much you can do in that situation. I love that. That was a great term, man. Wearability, great advice. Yes. Boards bristle brush is going to be huge. Keep that cheek line, Jason says, cleaned up. Absolutely, man. Is heat important to have yet to use any heat? He
does yet to use any. I bet he's supposed to have an eye in there. I have yet to use any heat.
No, if you're happy with your beard style, no, you don't have to. There's nothing that's required. I have a video about the benefits of heat. Justin, if you just search like DanCBearded benefits of heat, you should find one. And I think, don't do a scuba trim. JPB says, I'll send you an updated one. Awesome, man. I really appreciate those update ones.
Just for me, heat is essential to my process for what style I like. But my beard would look totally different without using a heated brush most every day.
Yeah, awesome. Have you tried the honey almond? Yes. And the Ravager set for whiskey and hardtack are, two of my favorites. They are wonderful. Absolutely. The Whisperer and the Ravager, love both of those. They are really, really good. I got text messages. Is this Sam? Nope.
I had to try sarsaparilla. Even, I jumped on that.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It is wonderful. What vitamins do you recommend? Jeffrey, I actually have a recent video on that. They'll do a much better job than I can do. So just search like DanCBearded vitamins, or if anybody has a link that they can throw on there, they'll go through. Any thoughts on tea tree oil? Love tea tree oil. Big fan. Love the scent, and I love the properties that it has. Grant, thank you for asking. Jackson's doing fine. He's a boy. He already forgot that he hurt himself. You know, he likes having a cast and stuff. So he's doing really well. Bush, I have a lot, man. Whiskey and hardtack. Almost every single scent they have is geared towards me. And you guys know I have no problem saying otherwise. Yeah, I love pretty much everything from whiskey and hardtack. They crush it on the scents, on the feel, everything. All right, we're looking for Kevin Milligan. Kevin. We're looking for Emil. And then next up is Gregory Thomas. Gregory, are you in the building? We'll be covering you. And thank you guys. Hey, even if you don't comment a lot, even if you don't pipe in, please leave some advice. If you have some helpful thoughts and you're like, I don't want to type it, I don't know here. Put it in, man. Your guys' comments are just as helpful as ours.
There are a million things you can experience in the process of growing a beard. And if you can relate to one or have some advice, please share it for sure.
Absolutely. All right, Mayor, go ahead and hit them.
I want to go as big as possible. I use beard oil every day and I use beard butter at night. The biggest problem I have is that I am a diesel equipment mechanic, so my beard is always dirty and I have to wash it pretty much every day. My question is, how do I grow my beard out to at least a year without making it dry and have split ends?
Awesome. So pretty much the same question as Ruben. So we'll take a look at the beard here. This isn't so much for the advice on like styling or any issues, I don't think, but we'll kind of have the beard with it. And a great question. Dirty job. How do I grow my beard to be the best possible? All right. So that's kind of our lens here, guys. Dirty job. How do I grow out the best possible beard? So that's fantastic right there. Great shape, great density. For growing that beard goal, I would keep going. I almost would feel like you have a scuba trim in there. That kind of looks like a scuba style trim. Gregory, do you trim your beard? Has there been any trims?
Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't want to jump to conclusions.
I think so.
That's
usually
a great beard. That's a nice shape.
Yeah. So let us know the trim here, and then I will go in with my advice for you, and then let you know kind of the thoughts on what to do for taking care of your beard. Pretty much what I said to Ruben.
I felt like one of the things he was kind of getting at was the thought of, is he washing his beard every day?
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, given his line of work and what are you gonna do?
Yep. If you get sweaty every day, you got to wash your beard every day. That's just comes with it. Is that ideal? No. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. You definitely guessed it, but I do everything at home. Okay. So if you're trying to go big, stop the scuba trim. I can tell right here that you trim your sides shorter than you do the rest of your beard, which is awesome, dude. This is a killer beard. But if you're asking me how to go bigger, 100% leave this stuff alone. And now let's only start trimming underneath the bottom here. Okay. So things to help with your job after you wash your beard, mix it up. Some days follow with a conditioner. Some days don't use a conditioner. Every time after the shower, go in with an oil. And then at night, throw in a beard butter. That's going to be really important for you. Really get a butter on that beard to bring back that nourishment, to lock it in. When you're at work, I would go oil only. I'm a big proponent when you're in a dirty, sweaty job, oil only. You don't need any balm. You don't need any butters in there. Really go oil only for that.
And I don't know if you've ever brought this up on your channel before, but water. Drinking water. When if you're going to be somebody that has to wash, one of the biggest things is washing so much you lose your natural oils. So your skin gets dried out, things like that. So drinking that water is big. Now, what would you say if he got to a point where like he would try to do guys ever cinch it up or like put it like if he didn't want to like catch stuff in his beard? Was there ever a way? There's like no beard nets or anything or like that. I mean, it probably wouldn't be worth the hassle.
Not to wear to work. That you would get probably laughed off the job site if you showed up in a beard bonnet. They exist, but no, don't do that. Don't do that. What's up, Brian?
What's on your face? Oh, it's my beard nursery.
Yeah.
I've got a beard greenhouse on my chest.
Yeah,
please don't look at it.
Don't show up to the site with that. But no, man, killer beard. Just stop touching the sides. If you want to go bigger, right? Don't touch the sides here. let it grow, and then let's start trimming from the bottom. So the mayor said, man, I cannot stress enough. As Grant said, hydrate from within, get that water going. It's going to be so important, man. So important.
He's definitely a guy who can do a huge beard.
Yes. You can tell. Yeah, that base is there, man. So absolutely 100%. Dude's huge. Who's gonna laugh at a beard bonnet? Plenty of guys. That would. I don't care how big you are.
I was the guy that would laugh and run. I wasn't that fast.
Right.
Or nowadays people just troll you online.
Yep. But no, you're crushing it, man. If you are, so maybe kind of final thoughts here. I feel like part of you was worried about your beard style because of the conditions. You're like, hey, can I not grow a big beard because of the sweating and washing? Go after it, man. That's not going to hinder you whatsoever. Really, really go after it. So I think that's something that you will be big on. Yep, you got to drink water. People don't believe me on that, and they say, oh, you only need to have – try it. You feel the difference. I have literally thousands of guys
that
are
like – feel the difference in your beard, but guess what? Also – everything.
Yes.
You'll feel better.
Yep. Your energy, just everything. All right. Next up, we still have time. It's a beautiful thing. And this jerky is awesome. Both jerkies tonight are a hit. They're outside of like the kind of style of jerky we've tried lately,
right,
which is awesome. I really love mixing it up. Okay. Next up, we have Trimming Ninja. Trim Ninja.
No, I know. You said it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just kind of combining it.
AKA Cameron. Cameron, are you in the building? Trimming Ninja. With your advance and drink a gallon of water a day, probably advice. My goatee has bounced back and never been better. And that is the thing to remember, guys. Someone asked in our Facebook group today, should I shave and restart? No. Your beard is wildly resilient. Your beard is wildly resilient. Remember that. It's kind of like grass. If you guys live in an area that has grass, your grass can die in the middle of summer. It'll go brown. It'll look awful. What happens when you get some water on it? Comes right back to life. The only time that you need to trim or start over is if you have damage. So stop worrying about anything other. Don't shave it. There's always a progression. Guys, when they shave it, they're always like, I feel great. I feel liberated. It's time for a new start. And they're like, yes. And then the next day, they're like, what did I do?
I'm going to throw a number at you here.
Okay.
90% of beard mistakes, things that are wrong with our beard that we don't like, maybe are going to be fixed faster by
waiting,
by any other things than getting rid of the hair and starting over. 90%. You got to do something pretty wild to make it to do a wipe the slate clean.
Like maybe like what Eric's pointing out here right now. Like if you burn it.
I don't think anybody would ever do. I don't know would do that.
Thank you, Eric. That I would call too soon on that one. Yeah, I would call too soon on that one. So, oh man, thank you, Eric. All right, so we're looking for Cameron, Trimming Ninja. Are you in the building? Trimming Ninja. If not, we got, who is that? Little Elder.
Yep.
Yeah.
15. Yep.
All right, Little Elder, are you in here? Little Elder. We got a bunch of waiting room. I tell all these guys, I say, hey, you're going to be on here. And hey, guys, welcome on in. Kyle and Joe, welcome on in. Ken from Bluegrass. Hello. Yeah, thanks, Eric. He said, anytime. Yeah, thank you. You tell your wife to hide the trimmer if you're going to have a few brews. And yes.
Sam said he's Little Elder.
Awesome. All right.
That makes sense. That's his last name. All right.
Okay.
All right.
And then, yeah, hit it. We got a lot here, guys. So the mayor's going to do his skimming reading. Just keep the volume up.
Hope all is well. Going to get a. I do. Don't I get quiet?
You get quiet.
I do. Okay.
When you read.
I'm sorry. This email is going to get a little long, but I hope to get some advice on how to make my beard game the best it can be. My last shave day was August 14th, and I've been letting it grow freely since then with no trimming. This may get too technical, but I wanted to know how to improve my daily routine as well as how to make my hair stop curling down towards my neck. First, my usual routine: I wake up, wash my beard, no soap or beard wash. I comb it till it gets all of it gets a little wet. Then I add some Honest Amish and make a puppy that. Okay, loves that Honest Amish.
Man, Sam, the routine's fine. I wouldn't touch a thing on the routine. So keep that going. Let's pop down here.
Okay,
Literally, your routine's crushing it, man.
Like, yeah, if anything, like he's better than I.
Yeah.
All right. Second, my concern. My beard hair is kind of growing toward my neck. Attached below some of the pictures of my beard and what I'm talking about. These were taken a few hours after a shower. I'm kind of worried because they seem to almost stick together in areas. I have the Vicacon beard straightener and it works great on my beard. But even after I use it and some beard wax, my beard still curls. Maybe it's because of how I comb. But I do comb differently every time I comb, whether up or down. Hope all is well and look forward to the next Majorly Bearded.
Okay, important one here. His goals are to look like Kratos, the god for the God of War series. So you know that like cartoon character's got like the red like scar across his face. Yeah. Just an epic beard here. Okay, so his beard hairs are curling towards his neck. And he wants to know, is it because of something that he has going on here? So let's take a look. All right. Okay. So we are taking a look here. I gotta show the screen. All right. So this is for Sam, and we're looking for advice. But yeah, Sam, your routine, man, you crushed it. Don't change a thing there.
All right. A+.
Right. All right. So here's what we got going on here. And I think at some point we gotta work in like maybe a video or something, a haircut to complement a beard.
Oh,
I think, Sam, if you fade it up, got it short on the sides here,
like an
left a little bit longer.
I hope you guys don't mind, but yeah, like if we see an overall look, like that we feel for you, we're gonna just share it. These are just our opinions, anyways.
Right. I think you could really accent the beard with shorter sides on your haircut. I think that would do a lot for that one. All right, so curling towards his neck. Okay. Now let's check the underbeard here. All right. Okay. Yeah, medium fade would be really nice. All right. So really good growth pattern. Nothing that is alarming on the underbeard there. Okay, so this is what he's talking about here. And this is kind of the mayor's world. The shorter beard, the angle. You're foreman.
I've got something to say. All
right.
I'm dying.
Check the chin here, going back here. All right. Awesome here as well. Yeah, so essentially he wants a full beard, and I want you to tell him about training those hairs. So here's the guy right here, exactly what I was talking about. All right, so just a beard, just a full beard. I think this picture is probably the best one to talk.
Okay, yep. All right.
All right, so ready. Listen here, Sam.
First of all, we talked about this more last week, it seemed, but about the awkward phases, about the times where you're just dying to like do something because you hate it. You're like, why? You are this close. You just need a little more. The gravity is going to start kicking in. You're very close if you're going for that length to get there. However, I recommend something I've been trying lately with my 3/4 dry beard after a shower is a boar's hair up and then like a fade comb or a comb down three or four times and then hit it with that straightener and see if that up and then come down. And I'm getting to where I can use that hard comb. I can twirl with my hands. Ooh. I don't even have to look into where I know where my edges are, like a good bully. I'm putting together a little routine, but I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, so here's my thoughts. First of all, you're right. You're almost there. Just before like these chin hairs get like where I want them or underneath, I have the same. I have like little areas to just catch. Gravity would help over time. Now, if you are in a place where you want to, come back a little bit off of it. I know you're going for a longer style down the road. I would try a boar's hair bristle brush up and then a comb down. And I would try that for 3 or 4 days and then hit it with the straightener and do it every day. Straightener every day for like a week and see where you're at with that. I think you would be hugely surprised.
Yep. Yeah. What he said. I don't think you need to touch it with any trimming. Just keep doing what you're doing. Now it's about training the hairs. That's going to be the biggest thing. You is the God of War in the books? We don't know yet. I'm not going to tell you what it is because we can't quite tell. but a really awesome beard style is absolutely in the works for you. You just got to start training it. Heat plus tension equals direction. Get it going in the direction that you want. Absolutely.
Doug's right. Round brush might, if you had a kind of curling out.
Yes. And that's what it seems like here, that it's curling in like under his chin. Go the opposite way. And he says he normally does a haircut. All right. Yeah. Definitely time for a haircut. So just kidding. But I'm kind of with that too, is a round board or a round bristle brush and heat going the opposite way will make a huge difference. Huge difference.
And some of that, we all have our spots where our neck and our chin meet up, or underneath our, there's always going to be colics and areas that are like that. But yeah, I think, don't be afraid to try that heated brush. I use mine daily, I give it up every once in a weekend, and I gave it up like 2 weekends ago for like 2 days. And it took me like 6 days to get the natural waves back out of my right side here. So
yeah, awesome. And yeah, Joe, exactly. So yep, hopefully that everything sank in for you there. You're on a great start. Just get that bad boy trained and you'll be doing well. All right, we got a good question here. Hey, Dan, Mary, and everyone. Dan, why is it regardless of what I use or how long my beard gets, crease under my chin is still there? Heated brush helps, but it still comes back. Could be a growth pattern. So I forever have a mark here as well. If you notice, I haven't really worn a mask lately, so it's not a mask. It's not my combing techniques. My soul patch, watch this. See how that lifts up? My soul patch grows differently than my beard, and that's just the growth pattern. A lot of people, it's because of grooming and all those things, but it sounds like you've addressed all those.
Is he talking about the underbeard under his chin? Because it's true. It doesn't really matter.
Could be, yeah. Either spot, it doesn't matter.
Because
yeah.
I have these, and I think of it like a colic in the beard. It just grows every time I run my hand over. I catch it, and in the beginning of the bearded journey for me, I would try to hack it down like you just cut it, and then it would look silly, and then you would have to even it out with everything else, and that's how that slippery slope begins. Yeah, and you end up not where you wanted.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just keep playing with it, man, and embrace it. Don't let it drive you crazy. If you do that, that's going to be your worst enemy. Awesome. We'll start training it. Do it, man. I think you're going to really, as the mayor said, you're going to be really impressed with the results once you start realizing you can get your beard to go in a direction you want. It's amazing how you can get that beard going. Yeah, Big Duke, absolutely. Fable has a deal. DanC20 is the discount code there. Takes off a lot more with it as well. I just got a crazy text message. I think everything's fine and stuff, but my mom tested positive for COVID. So we had a feeling she had it. She had been real safe, doing all the right things, went to one place with people too close and got it in northern Michigan, where there's supposed to be like nothing, cases. Right. Yeah, northern Michigan's supposed to be about as safe as it gets. So yeah, my mom, I'm not like, I think she's perfectly fine and everything. The bummer was she was supposed to go on a trip on Sunday, get on an airplane. She's supposed to come here to go Halloween thing with us and then go on a plane for a trip to see my sister. But yeah, she tested positive. So not in the hospital. No, I don't think there's any like big danger or anything like that. But hopefully she just bounces back real quick. She just said she just felt off and felt sick. Somebody tested positive. She went and tested positive. So I haven't heard about my dad yet.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, it's like more than likely,
right?
It's still, you don't want that risk.
Right. So yeah, right. It's still out there. So that's crazy. People don't believe this stuff until it hits home. We've been serious about it for a while. So hopefully everything's good there and everything's second time. Yeah, so she did have 2 tests. She had the rapid test and she had like the full test. So yeah, hopefully everything's all right. It's just a bummer that it wrecks like Halloween plans and all the other plans that she had there. So bummer. Mom, you're watching, feel better, get better, all that type of stuff there. All right. You think we cover one more?
Sure.
So one more here tonight. All right, let's look at one more as long as we got them in the building. We are still forever looking for Kevin and Emil. Kevin and Emil, Are you in the building? Kevin and Emil. All right, we are now looking for, and I don't even know if he'll be in here because he just messaged me. I think this one was today, actually. That's wild that we could get this one in. Tim Hendricks, are you here today? And if not, that's all right. We'll have some to kind of carry over. So
We
Kevin,
can still always do Kevin's. We can just do it. We could just go for it. He could watch it on the replay.
True. If we ever have like a low night, we'll go with that one. Turkey Beard, are you Tim? We're looking for Tim. I am here. There's Tim.
And you guys out there,
oh wait, that's his update.
If you're ever thinking about doing this, if you're watching this and be like, I wonder what they would say to me, hit up Dan. How do they get a hold of you?
So to do this, guys, and I put it actually in the description, to get a hold of me is email Dan_command@yahoo.com. Again, it's in the description of this video. And leave pictures of your beard, all different angles for us. Tell us your goals. If you have a picture of your goal, that's awesome. And then what are your problems? Do you have a dent? Are you worried about styling? What's going on with what you're looking for? So just keep that in mind. All right, so I believe this is a follow-up, okay? So you want to go ahead and read this for Tim. He's the one we gave advice to recently.
Attach some follow-up pictures to my review, and this would be a good one to add.
I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Full circle.
I agree 100%.
Attach some review pictures to my follow-up for my review on 10/21. I did some minuscule trimming on the corners of the wings and front, but also played around with some different combing and blow drying techniques, added a little bit of balm as well, which I haven't used before. I am liking the results. The attached pictures were taken in the afternoon, right around the corners would start to flare out. Thanks for the advice. Really appreciate it. So glad I found this channel. Also, quick question. Is there a way to go back to live stream comments? Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I helped him with today. All right. So here is the after. And just real quick recap. What were some things that he did from that stream?
He started using balm, if I remember, he was wondering about out here.
He had those corners.
Yeah,
he had the wings.
So we recommend. Oh wow.
Yeah, this looks nice, guys.
Okay.
So if you remember, he had the wings. He had the little flare outs. We gave him small spots to trim, and this is where that's a beard. That, guys, that is the after from your advice awesome. And everything coming together. Holy cow. Look at that line. That it looks like a chiseled jaw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Man, that's cool. That is really, really, really cool to see that difference there. You did wonders because you never know with a trim, right? You never ever know which way it's gonna go.
Look at the shape,
dude. And this beard, it just, it's ready for a portrait. It just looks strong. Those lines are perfect. And yeah, he had the jetting out over here. Now it is.
If you're wondering, guys, check out our show from was it 2 weeks ago or last week?
Ah, man, what?
I feel like it was last. No,
one of them.
He said it in the I think it was.
Yeah, Timothy, was this last week or 2 weeks ago? Yeah, been strutting around the last 2 days. I bet, my friend. Last week. Okay. So this was on last week's show. If you guys want to see what the beard looked like before and you want to see the advice, you can look at that beard. Dude.
I'm a little proud. Not that I didn't.
Right.
But
this platform helps,
Sure.
It's there's something special to create a platform that makes for, as Bush says, a nice change. It was great before. Nobody would have ever thought anything about your beard. But now when they see that is God of War beard right there.
There you go.
When you say you want Kratos, I know you didn't say that, but when somebody says they want Kratos, that is it. It was towards the end of last week's stream. Perfect way to end with this one. The email, guys, is Dan_command@yahoo.com. When this video ends, literally go to the description and you can find that. Dan_command@yahoo.com. We're only down to a couple of entries for next week. I think we have one that will be there for sure. And then we got our Kevins and Emils we're waiting on. So guys, send it in. Even if you're like, hey, should I trim this part? Hey, I have this problem with my beard, and you take a specific picture of it. Any angles we want. We had from Steve Funk, who has an immaculate beard, but had something very specific, to guys that needed just general advice. Can a beard be trimmed with just scissors? Absolutely. Yeah.
highly recommended at times.
Yeah, it's just personal preference. Just personal preference there. And hopefully you guys are starting to see what kind of information we like, what kind of information we use. Man, yeah, awesome. That is so cool to see that final one there. So good. Yeah, absolutely good job. Mayor, Facebook group, you want to hit them with some info there?
Guys, as always, we have a 3,000. Is it 3,000? It is 3.3. Over 3,000 bearded dudes and other people related to the beard world, all connecting on Facebook group called Command's Corner. You are welcome to join. We are a little different than like a lot of Facebook, and we do have some rules where we're not looking to advertise companies and products and things like that because that'll just take over. We like to try to keep it focused on beards.
Pretty much
some people say beard selfies. Yeah, it is.
It's helping guys out. It's a place to hang out. It's like cheers, right? You walk into a bar, everybody knows my name. That's what we wanted to create. And I think we've been pretty successful at it.
I think it's just getting started. Also on Instagram, DanCBearded, MayorsBeardedJourney. We use that platform a ton too.
Yep.
And
a lot.
And they're starting to they're connecting more and more, aren't they? Facebook owns Instagram, but
they're starting to communicate.
Yes.
Yep. So for sure, Ryan, dude, that's super kind. That is our man. That's goals right there. Wednesdays and the beard advice is the best thing on the internet.
That's cool. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't even know how that came about. I don't know. I know I texted you and was like, hey, man, I got an idea.
Yeah.
We've had several of these moments. That's actually how the Facebook group started. I remember still that day when I was like, Mayor, I've got an idea. I think it'd be a pretty big one. And then it was down here in the studio.
And then a week, like 10 days later, we got rolling with it.
Yep. So, man, super close. Super cool. Dan, how close to 10,000 are you on Instagram? I'm not that close. I'm just over 8,000 right now. So it's I'm not super close on Instagram, but we'll get there. Not too worried about it. Mugshots need context. Yeah, that does help there. So yes, and then thank you guys for everything that you've added. There's no way we could have thought of or expected the video Tuesdays and the funny post and just guys are writing poetry in the group. We have guys writing poetry.
Songs.
We have Ralph making songs, Brian making songs. I mean,
we give a monthly sponsor with the one company we're allowed to take our time.
Yep.
We have a different one each month. Usually with that, it's a giveaway.
Yep.
There's a discount that's like special to our group only.
Yep. Group exclusive giveaways, group exclusive discount codes. In this next month, you don't want to miss the group exclusive discount code. And it really is a discount that's only going to be within the group.
Yeah.
So super cool. Again, man, guys, thank you so much for everything. Any plans on giving any advice on IG? Nope, nothing right now. We really like this this platform and this format and you guys pitching in. That's kind of where I think it's going to live for right now.
we have the comment. We have the
live,
the fast. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, man. Thank you guys for everything. Really, really, really do. Oh, and someone asked earlier. I meant to highlight. I'm sorry. There's just a lot that happens. They said, "Can we get a mayor's beard routine video?" I don't know if you were hinting at that earlier or not. Or a mayor trim video. I know we had talked about it several weeks ago. That gate is open.
I think it is too. I think I'm kind of trying to get my game tight. Like I want to know, you know what I mean? Like it's one thing to have a routine, and it's another thing to share it in a way that is most usable for people. So
there you go.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, we are ready.
I think,
and it wasn't me making that up. This was This was a question from somebody out there. So, yes, I would love that. I would love to put it on the channel. I know we talked about it. And so Mr. Votto says, if the beard advice demand is high, would you do it twice a week? No, I think once is spot on perfect. There's something about wearing something too thin, being too much exposed, putting yourself out there. If you guys notice, I'm not live on Instagram every day. I'm not blowing up posts all day, every day. I don't want to overexpose this. I think we found that perfect niche. Once a week seems like we're getting 5 to 6 every week, and it's
it's enough for us to. It's not too much for us to handle, and it's not too like it's a good balance.
Yep, I love it. I absolutely love it. Notifications on Commands Corner. I'm not sure what that means.
If someone on the Facebook, maybe they would want. I don't know.
I don't have any notifications for Facebook. I have that. I have that off. All right. Okay. All right. Hey, last thing here. JPB sent us update pictures from his beard tonight. So, oh wait, I didn't get it yet. Oh, there it is. All right. So let's take a look at this touch up. Just because it was live, guys, I wanna make sure we get this, and then we will end here tonight. All right. So JP. Oh man, that's smooth. Wow. Big difference. Yeah. Perfect. You guys are gonna really like this. Perfect, man. Yes. Huge difference.
Difference between
you
owning your beard and the beard owning you.
Yes.
That was like that's going places. That
wow.
Beard. Look at that.
That is really clean, especially compared to that last one. Hopefully you guys remember that hair was for the beard was going back here. You can see kind of that line where it was before. He had all this going on. Dude, that is a super nice one. I might have to make this a side by side.
You might be a thumbnail.
Yeah, you may be a thumbnail, sir. That is, that's fantastic. You crushed it. Like exactly what we're thinking.
You can tell, and sometimes it just clicks.
Yep.
And they're like, "Yep, okay, this is what I needed. Let's do it."
Yes. Whoa, wow, wee, whoa. High five.
All right.
Yeah. Nice. So, man, it's so cool to see it in live time, like the image that comes in mind and then goes here, and that was like the perfect segment because that led off with you asking the question that you thought you're good about, like, I think this thing, but let me ask it in a form of a question rather than telling you. And it was spot on to get rid of the hair because you were like, hey, do you think how important are those side hairs? And that is exactly how you should have trimmed that. Really nice well done. Seriously. That's crazy improvement there.
And this is what we're here. Like, you can tell, like, he was totally ready for it.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I got it.
That's why we're doing this.
Because some people get a breaking point and they just go, and just completely wipe the slate clean.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
Yeah. How do you choose the pictures to review? We, for the most part, do them all. If you send it in.
As long
as long as we feel there's good intentions there, we don't want somebody sending in their picture to show off. But if you're here on a Wednesday night, I think we've developed a culture where that's probably not going to be, you're probably not going to be watching this show. I just feel like we've kind of set the stage.
We want to get our hand, we want to talk, be real.
Yeah.
Like, these are real beards, real people, not that the other ones aren't real. But,
right. We have people attached to it. We have conversation. So, yeah, man. And hey, Scott. Hey, everybody. Man, thank you, guys. That was another special one. I love that. Boom. Try this. Came back. He did it right during the show. That is so cool. So, awesome. Mayor, go ahead. Give them your spiel, the mayoral closing time address.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful pleasure being here tonight. I love getting the full circle feedback within the same hour and a half.
Yes.
You guys make this so much fun. The chat, the friendships, the positive vibes. Let's keep this going. Thank you for being here. If you've got a buddy who seems to shave the beard last minute, instead of, if you think he's approaching that tripping point again, send him to us. Get him out here. Recommend that he comes and puts his some pictures in and talk about what's next.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just move them forward and get them over that tipping point or that breaking point.
Yeah. If you guys can help out a beardsman, do it, please. If you can bring someone into this channel, I say that because I think it can help somebody. I think it can save a beard. Let's please do that. Like, truly. 2 weeks in, welcome to the beard world. Should I use beard oil? 2 weeks ago. Yes. Right now, get some beard oil, get it on the skin.
It's for your itching. If you get it, when you get itching, the beard oil is going to be huge.
And you're there. You're approaching the prime itching time. Get some beard oil on that skin and you will be 100% good to go. So, all right, guys, thank you so much Thank you for watching the video today. If you did, review coming on Friday, small batch. We got Sam C, the super sniffer, back in the game. The last scent is her favorite from this company. And then another cool video on Sunday relating to trims. So that's been kind of a theme lately as we approach. It seems like a lot of guys are doing fall cleanup. So I've been making those videos. So, man, thank you guys as always. Fantastic show.